Caleb?
Yeah, kind of mixed feelings a little bit. Normally you'll always take a draw on the road, but I think for us, we're disappointed we didn't get the 3. But also in the context of it being our 3rd game in 8 days, having a few guys injured, you could clearly see first half that they came out with a ton of energy. That environment is one of the best environments I've coached in. Completely electric, and we knew we were playing a desperate team that hadn't won in 7 games, that wanted to score, that wanted to win, backs against the wall. And I've watched most of their games, and for sure that first half was their best performance. They gave us their best punch, and we were probably fortunate actually to not concede. I didn't think that we played very well first half. I didn't think we keep the ball. I didn't think we get enough pressure on the ball. I thought second half was a different story. The subs helped, in a game where a few guys just don't have it for whatever reason, fatigue, don't have their legs. We need to go to the bench. And I thought the adjustments at halftime to bring on Wayland, to bring on Marlon, gave us a little bit more athleticism. And we kept more of the ball. We created more chances. And I really thought we'd get a 1-0 smash and grab result at the end. We had some really good moments. I thought Giassi was going to score that left-footed shot from 4 or 5 yards out. Usually that's a goal that he scores. Ton had another one I'd like to see him shoot on. Lucas had several. But in the end, we'll take the draw. And I think in the first 10 games, we knew 6 of them were on the road. And I think slowly but surely we've actually bagged quite a few points in that stretch, because we knew it was going to be a difficult stretch early on, managing Champions League and playing games on the road. So we're pleased to have right around 1.5 points per game after 10 games. We know we go into the second, third, playing a lot more home games. We're in our new stadium. So we'll take the point, but I think we are disappointed we didn't get the 3.
Thanks, Caleb. We'll start with Jacob Myers, then go to Pat Murphy, followed by Ori Benatar. If you'd like a question after Ori, please press the raise hand now. Jacob, go ahead.
Caleb, Austin had a lot of space down the right side in the first half, seemed to get out in transition quite a bit throughout the game. What could have this team done better to minimize some of those chances?
Yeah, I think early in the game, they looked to hit diagonals in behind, our winger, Molino. Obviously, he's still getting automated a little bit in the defending and how he steps and slides and tracks. And Milton, it's his first time in a long time, recently playing 45. So I think for sure they got down that side a little bit more than we would have liked. I thought it was better second half overall. Again, I thought they were better first half. I thought we were better second half. I was really pleased at the end of the game. If you can't win, then don't lose. And I thought our guys, in moments that could be very nervy, if you were here to hear this crowd spurring them on, and again, a team that's so desperate for a goal and desperate for a win and a result, it's not an easy game to play. And for our guys to kind of buckle down, make plays in the box, kill some transitions, deal with set pieces. And then again, I thought we were going to pull off a play. Overall, if you look at it's a tale of 2 halves, we were better second, they were better first. And at the end of the day, we'll take it and puts us in a pretty decent spot going into this next third of the season. But we wanted to win this game for our supporters. Knew it was a meaningful game, and just wasn't quite enough. But we're excited about the new stadium opening next week. And no doubt we want to get those 3 points to get off to a good start in that new stadium. Knowing we have a ton of home games as well, we feel like we're going to pick up more and more points in this next third.
With Molino on that right side, how tough it is for a guy like that to adjust to kind of the demands, things you're asking him to do that you've said he wasn't asked to do before, while also trying to get his fitness level up.
Yeah. And on the left, you mean? He was on the left, but
right.
It's a lot, especially he missed most of the early part of the season, right? So it's a new player. He's learning, our system, what we expect. In any MLS game, if you don't get that 2v2 right on the flanks, especially against a team that's pretty good at stacking their front three and your back four, and then getting their outside back in behind. That first chance they got was a pattern of play we've seen time and again. And, we let Hector get the ball in behind Molino, and then we rush out and they play a guy in, and it's an early cross and great chance. This is a pretty good team. They're technical, they're tactical. I thought as the game wore on, we were, again, much better. We had the ball, we wore them down. Looked like we were going to find a result, but we got to be better wide in those spots for sure. And it'll come with time, and Molino getting fit, and he's going to now leave for Trinidad, so we won't have him here for a couple games, but we'll plug him back in when he gets back, and we'll keep working with him.
Jacob, again, Pat, then Ori. If you'd like a question after Ori, please raise your hand now. Thanks. Go ahead, Pat.
Caleb, you mentioned you've watched a lot of these guys. It seemed like they pressed you guys a lot. Certain triggers seem to be, when they went. Was that something you guys came in the game knowing? And did you alter the way you guys played because of that? Or did they do something a little different that maybe changed how you guys built out of the back?
I think, again, we saw the second half. We had no problem building at all. No problem building possessions. We made all those adjustments at halftime.
Go to Ori, and then Jacob will do our last question. Go ahead, Ori.
Caleb, I know you mentioned in your statement about, 1.5 points per game, first 10 games in the season. You guys are still in the playoff positions. Actually, right now, New England might lose to Dallas, so you guys might catch up on them before you play them this Saturday. I guess I kind of wanted to know a little more about your overall thoughts regarding this team's performances and, offense and defense through the first 10 games of the season, since it's like a good evaluation point.
Yeah, we chunked the season into thirds essentially. And, we targeted the first 10 games to have 1.5 points per game, knowing that at a minimum, knowing that we had 6 road games, knowing we were going to be juggling Champions League. So we hit that mark. Of course, we always want a bit more, but I think 6 of the 10 being on the road, and again, having injuries on top of that, which we didn't predict. I think for me, it's been a start that has allowed us to be kind of bloodied a bit and bled into the season, and yet we've still survived and got quite a few points. So we're never satisfied, unless we win. But I think through it all, we knew this first 10 would put us in position. And then the next 12, we have a lot more at home. And then I think in this next third is when we need to start to score more goals for sure. We're not completely pleased with that. We're getting little half chances. We're not finishing those. Can we create more? Yes. But also, I think if you look back through all the injuries we've taken, we've survived pretty good. And you guys can break down the first 10 games for most champions. We're probably up there with at the top in terms of points for most champions following the championship. So I think it's always difficult. Everybody wants to beat you, playing Champions League, all the things we've talked about. But I'm proud of the guys that were grinding results and getting points. And we took 4 wins and 3 draws in difficult environments and against teams that want to beat us. So I'd like to see us score more and take more 3-pointers, and to start to get healthier and to dominate a little bit more in this next third.
Tori, our last question for the availability before we turn to players will be Jacob Myers. Go ahead, Jacob.
Caleb, I think I know the answer to this, but just looking at the attack from the Philly game, it looked like tonight that those moments in the final third maybe turned into more shots, especially in the second half. Do you think it was about the same, a little evolution? Just how do you kind of look at the last 2 matches for you guys in the attack?
We got a lot more shots, which was good. And that's a positive. Seems like I'll have to rewatch it. Seems like they did a pretty good job of getting a piece of most of those shots. Beasler and Cascante did a good job, I think, of blocking most. Can we shoot it a little quicker? Stuver is also a very good goalkeeper. He's playing extremely well this year. I said to the staff when I was analyzing their team that I thought he was showing to be one of the best goalkeepers in the league. He's long, he's lean, he gets set. And today I thought we got quite a few shots, but, he never looked like he was going to get beat. It was one of those where, we need to get a little bit closer range, higher percentage at times. But, the Giassi one left-footed, that's the one. That's the one that's got to be a goal. And on the road especially. But, you may not get many, but we got quite a few today. We got quite a few, more than we usually do on the road. But they got quite a few as well. So I'd prefer the balance to be a little bit tighter, to be honest with you, on the road, because they had quite a few good chances as well.
Thanks, Jacob. That'll conclude Caleb Porter's availability. Hang on the line, and we will have player availability momentarily. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, Caleb.
everyone.
Caleb.
See everyone next week, and let's get everybody out there. Be fun. Take care.